Yeah. Pretty happy with that. I made that with the Moog Matriarch. No, it eventually fades out after about 15 seconds, and I'm not sure if talking over it, whether I get drowned out or not. But I like these sort of casual openings to the live stream.
I like that you're making eye contact with me
and not the camera.
Past the camera.
Like, yeah, that 90s Thanksgiving family photo style. Looking off into the distance. I'm Sam Irvin, here in Irvin Music Studio in Asheville, North Carolina. I finally figured out how to stream on Facebook on an event page that I set up separately. That took a little bit longer on the please wait page than usual, but now we're getting started with 8 p.m. Note is the name of this live stream. The weekly Wednesday Irvin Music Studio live stream is what it was called before. That was a longer title. My small company, Irvin Music Studio, offers private lessons, event entertainment, and sound production services in and around Asheville, North Carolina. And I have a ton of different guests on, including the one coming up, who is an excellent drummer, a pro at Moog Music. And he's about to go fix those drum mics that I think got bonked when he was messing with the cymbals a few minutes ago. He says we'll take care of it later. Yeah, and I agree. I'm feeling thankful that he's here. It's a very special Thanksgiving episode of this live stream. I'm very thankful, for my company for 41 episodes of this live stream. I didn't know if I would make it this far. Yeah, I something a little new every time. Today I've got a rim light that's supposed to be lighting the top of my head to give a little contrast between my hair and the black curtain that I chose to put behind me for these. Let's see. What else am I grateful for? I'll do some thinking on that, and maybe I'll brainstorm it with my guest that's coming on. I do like to talk about the services that I offer, as this live stream the purpose of this live stream is sort of to advertise my company, to build community, for me to get to know new members of the Asheville music community, or old members that are new acquaintances to me, or old friends. I don't know what you're new at.
Me old, man.
You're really getting up there. We're both getting older by the minute, you know. We're just a couple of humans, not robots yet. Or I don't know, maybe if you want to comment, let me know if you think that the guest is a human or a robot. Let me know. Subscribe on YouTube. I care more about that than the comments, maybe. What else was I going to say? So, yes, I offer private lessons, mainly in guitar and trumpet, but I also have a couple of drum students, a ukulele student. I teach these synthesizers, which are bountiful in my studio. I offer event entertainment, often on solo classical or jazz guitar, sometimes in a string combo with violin or cello or bass, and sometimes with a jazz ensemble, maybe drums, bass, guitar, vocals, maybe another melodic instrument involved. And I do sound production stuff, so I am using this live stream to advertise my company, to build community, and to utilize my studio and practice my skills engineering audio and video, it turns out. And so to help me do that, I'm going to invite on Zack, whose engineering role will be minimal in his capacity here. But I don't think I'd be doing this if it weren't for the very generous guests who grace me with their time every week. Well, you don't come on every week, but as a collective, you could come back every week.
I'm happy to.
Let's talk about that on screen.
Okay.
Why don't you come on down? Zack Downs, half of dinoBirds, is gonna hit the guest intro music that we had talked about, and then you hit the guest intro music, and then the little arrow that's like circular that should pop up whenever you click that.
Double click it?
No, you just click it once.
Clicked it.
Let's see, did you click guest intro music?
I'm clicking it many times.
Is the little timeline going?
Can you just sing it?
It's like, no wait, that's my intro music I was gonna sing.
Media?
You have to hit, I'm gonna go look at it. This is the smoothest one yet. Okay, now you're gonna hit that button. Whoa. Okay, what happens when you click that button? Is the little thing moving?
Same as before. No.
Oh, well, come on down. I'm gonna come look at it. I wonder. Well, the audio is working. Let's see if it's playing, but we just can't hear it. Whoa. What happens when you click that button? Is the little thing moving? Huh. Well, a mystery. Come on down, my not robot guest friend.
Dude,
Thank you for joining me.
congratulations on 41 episodes. You made it.
I made it.
You did it.
So much practice on these.
This is it.
This is maybe the 5th or 6th of intro music for the guest, and I think it's gone off without a hitch once. Not today.
Right.
But 41 is a special number.
It is. Well,
To
I
have made
remember
it.
when you were first conceiving of this idea, you said to me, and I don't know if you remember this, you said to me, if I can just make it to 41 episodes, then I will have succeeded in every endeavor that I've ever set out on in my entire long adult life, because I'm so old. Me, Sam Irvin.
Right.
And
I am old. How did that make you feel, being somewhat older than me?
it made me feel fine. I'm fine with being old.
That's good.
I'm not even that old.
You're wise.
Yeah. So
Okay.
much wiser than you, for sure.
Yeah, marginally. Like, somewhat.
Like,
I think it's the
so
word that I
much
used.
of a margin.
And then I asked, in that conversation, I asked you if you would join me for the 41st episode. So
And
we
I
could-
said, yeah, man, I'll help you tear it down.
yeah, tear it down.
Yeah.
We're doing a tear down build up.
No, this is it, right? You said 41. I will have accomplished it. I will no longer have a need to advertise my business because in 41 episodes, I will have achieved every of my professional, business, financial goals in life. So, dude, I'm so happy to have helped you, advertise your business for you. Still waiting on the residual check from the first episode, but maybe I can just talk to your assistant about getting the two.
I did send you that
time.
contract about percentages. The
Yeah,
only thing we
do not
had,
do math.
we only had like a crayon to write it down with. Do you remember that?
Oh, the little picture thing that we did.
Yeah, it was like on a napkin,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it was
No, I'm sorry, I'm not. Yeah, this isn't ringing a bell to me. We just said cash.
the cash residuals.
Yeah,
Like just
drop it off in
Cash?
the house.
Well, I'm very thankful that you haven't come at me for that yet. I actually don't have any sponsors yet, and once I get one, we can review that crayon contract and see what it says.
What if like Fakebook would want to sponsor you for all of the free advertising you're giving them?
I don't know if the microphone's in the way of my book collection. Here, my small book collection. I think I'm going to get rid of this because now I can have more guests than one on at a time. So I think I'm going to do a round table sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
a little
nice?
Love seat situation and like Tonight Show style.
You could, yeah, you could come on every week and be sort of my backup, my Andy Richter.
Man, or yeah, I guess I could
Sure.
be Andy Richter. He's pretty fun.
He's pretty
I
good.
prefer to be Ed McMahon.
I
He
can't
did far
recall
less.
who that is. Oh
He
yeah.
was Johnny Carson's guy.
Okay. I didn't watch too many episodes of Johnny Carson.
No, but you are so old.
I'm
How
very
do you-
old and obviously have a lot of this like talk show host energy coming through from all of my
no, you were like
influences.
spitting image and voice and smell, aroma,
Wild
of
stuff.
Johnny Carson.
Is
You should say that, yeah. That was him.
Wild stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, so thanks for joining me.
Of course. It's
What
my
do you
pleasure.
for this musical podcast? This is a podcast where we chat for an hour and then we jam for an hour.
Mhm.
Usually I try to get to that up top. Usually there's guest intro music. There's no outro music, so we'll have to play ourselves off somehow.
We could play the guest intro music for the outro if we can figure out how to make it work. There's no
Yeah,
button.
we'll go look at that button. It did work right before we started. You
when you
heard
showed
it.
me how to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm not an idiot. I can watch you click two buttons and then repeat.
Right, I wonder what, OBS is finicky like that sometimes. The
Yeah.
monitoring
What do
situation.
they say about poor
especially.
craftsmen?
Is OBS a tool? I will blame OBS. I do need to update it again. But the last time I updated it, I also needed to update a couple of plugins.
Oh yeah, that's how they get you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I wanted our audio to work correctly. I don't think I achieved that. But I do know that this mic is working, so that's good.
It's a good mic.
It's good. It's
No.
all right.
AKG P220.
It's not.
Classic. I think they used that on Pet Sounds.
Yeah. Didn't they use every mic on Pet Sounds?
Yeah,
Like that's ever been.
that's the thing
manufactured.
about Pet Sounds. They just put every mic in the room.
But various places in the room.
Yeah, very
It's
scientific,
very creative.
calculated.
Scientific and creative
Hmm.
at the same time. This one's not quite omnidirectional. I think it'd be nice to just have like a little ball right here.
Mhm.
Or, we talked about clip-on mics. We didn't do
Lavaliers.
that. Yeah. Or like really long sort of newscaster mics that we each have and hold.
Oh, like game show mics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I'll expect that on number 82.
All right. Well, I hope to have you back on by then. We've done a dinoBirds bonus episode.
Mhm.
dinoBirds is a group that we haven't really pushed at all or practiced ever. We just improv music. And then I've chopped it into some EPs. We've got like 4, I don't even know if they're EPs, but they are little samplers.
They are extended
They are.
for sure.
They're pretty long.
Mm.
They go on for a long time. I got a couple of music videos I'm pretty proud of that took a long time to
Oh,
edit together.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, of course. You worked so hard on them. I would
did.
never have forgotten that
Thank
those
you.
exist.
Yeah, thank you for that recognition.
Mhm.
You come over and play some drums. We haven't done a recording session in a while. I haven't really produced any music this whole year, although I just released a video, or not a video, a song that I worked on with a client, Head Rush by Kay Chantel, this past weekend. It's like an R&B hit, so you can check that out on Irvin Music Studio.
Is it a hit?
It's a hit as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I mean,
not.
I wasn't gonna check it out, but
It's
if
not a
hit,
miss.
I follow the crowd, so
Does it have to be popular to be a hit?
I think that's the definition of a hit.
I felt like it's a crack of the bat, like,
Yeah,
It's a
it's
hit.
crowd pleaser.
well, oh, I see how hitting a baseball with a bat is pleasing to the crowd, but I thought, as long
Unless
as
it's
you
like a foul
feel
ball or like immediately into the mitt of a defending field player.
right, yeah, it'd have to be pretty immediate though, or you
Yeah.
get a little bit of a huh? Oh,
Yeah, right back to the pitcher.
right, yeah. I felt like it was a successful recording project.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Say the name again. This artist.
Kay Chantel.
Kay Chantel.
Isn't that a nice name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
a cool
it's
name.
a good moniker for her. I think this is the first song that she's released. It's like a novice endeavor, but it's pretty fun. Yeah, I'll show you. Not right now on the live stream because there's no way to incorporate it into
What
the
else
show.
are we doing right now?
That's true. I wish I don't have a screen right here. My producers,
Can we
I
cut
talked
to it?
to them
Do
about
we have
it.
a clip?
We don't have a
run the clip?
producer yet.
No, that's right.
I am
That was
looking for
me.
somebody to come over and be. You were the producer.
I was trying to click the button.
I had faith that you did click the button.
Could not produce the music though.
No, it's tough.
Apparently, it
Yeah.
seemed easy.
So that's the only thing I've produced this whole year. I feel like no, our dinoBirds album came out in February. I think.
Yeah, right. Febby.
Was it this year or was it last year though? I don't know.
Whoa. Yep. It's
Yeah.
been a year.
Been
I mean, I
quite
have
a year.
had nothing going on, but it sounds like for you, you've been busy.
Your life has been, you sort of go home and you like walk in the door and sit down in the chair right next to the door and you take your shoes off, right?
Mhm.
And then you just stay there. You sit there, you
Sit
stare
there.
straight ahead.
Yep.
Sort of at like where the door would open into,
Mm-hmm.
but now the door's shut and it's just a wall.
Does that happen in
That
your
little
house? Your
area?
doors turn into walls?
No, my door opens like into my field of vision. If I were to walk, okay, follow me here. So if I
Following you.
walk in the front door and I sort of turn, I guess I turn to the left to sit down to my right.
Oh, see, that's the problem. I turn to my right to sit down to the left.
Oh, okay. I'm glad we
Yeah.
got to the bottom of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're like, when you sit down to take off your shoes immediately when you walk into the door, you're looking at your living
I'm
room
looking at my living room.
when I'm looking at a wall
Yeah.
of shoes.
I don't
I've
know.
got like an old Moog like tool stand, like shelves for tools that I
Mhm.
use for shoes.
Neat. One
Yeah.
of those wood ones, the old fire hazards.
No, I think it's like a metal one. It was on the Voyager line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty. We worked at Moog together.
We did. We worked at Mode together.
Yeah.
For some time.
That's correct.
We worked together at Moog a little bit
For a short time.
for short stints of time.
What did we work on?
I feel like so when we both first started, what were you doing? You were building like Theraminnies with Gary,
Minifogers.
Moggerfogers probably.
Mhm.
But I think when I worked with you, it would be for Minifogers, because I was building sub 37s. But every once in a while, Dean would be like, "All right, we got to bust out 500 Minifogers this week." And then
Yes.
you, me, and Travis would team up.
We would
Travis
crush.
Little, who responded to this event. Hopefully he's watching. Hi, Travis.
Yes.
Travis, hope you're doing good, man. It's been a couple of years, I think.
been a
since we
little
bumped
while.
into each other. But yeah, we would bust those things out. 100,
Yeah.
120 a day.
I remember
Depending
hitting
on the one.
the centennial mark. Yeah.
Yeah, killers.
Oh, my battery saver's on. I thought somebody had commented. Feel free to comment, and we may or may not see it.
I'm glad that your battery saver's on, though.
I know, yeah. This is the only way to monitor this whole situation. I play this Celtic service every Sunday, and they live stream that, and I want to talk to that engineer and see their whole setup. I'm playing again on December 4th, so that'll be nice. I memorized this whole Bach prelude in A.
You memorize
That I'm
music now?
very, yeah, I did it.
Dude.
Yes.
Yes.
I know. Long time coming.
Yeah.
This was like a difficult one to do, but I'm very excited. Yeah, it's like
Bach
5 minutes
prelude,
long.
you say.
Yeah, the Bach prelude of the Cello Suite number 4, arranged for guitar by Stanley Yates.
Dope.
Yeah, it sort of sounds like this. Boop-ee-doo, boop, boop-doo, 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 boop-ee-doo, boop-doo, 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 boop-doo. Yeah,
Yeah.
you get
Celtic.
the idea. Very, it's sort of, you know how Celtic Bach was.
Yeah. It was just hit after hit.
Bach was a big crowd pleaser, but his popularity diminished harshly until Mendelssohn came along and brought him back into the public
Kind
eye.
of like how Kanye pulled Paul McCartney back out of obscurity.
That's right. We had all forgotten about, who did you say?
Paul McCartney.
Oh, okay. I've never actually clocked that it's a Mick, like a McDonald's name.
Yeah,
It's sort of a country
he
name.
has his own chain of fast food restaurants, But it's-
McCartney.
only in Liverpool.
Right. A chain in Liverpool. So how many
2.
are in this chain? So it's it's
And
two
they're right
links,
across the street
two
from
links
each
of a
other.
chain.
They just compete, but they've gotten really efficient as a result of this intense competition.
Right. I mean, what do they sell? Wings?
Yeah, just chicken wings.
Yeah, that's good.
He's always said, I'm a vegetarian, but if there was one food I would eat, it'd be chicken wings. That was more of a Ringo. I think that's Ringo doing that's Paul doing a Ringo impression.
I liked it. It was very Liverpoolian, no doubt.
Yeah.
I wonder what province that's in. Is England full of
I think they have
provinces?
provinces.
Split into.
They have shires and hamlets and upons. There are things that are upon other things in terms of.
London is upon the south of England.
I believe so. Yeah. But I don't
Is
think
it?
that they say that. That's more of just like a general observation about geography in general, like generally.
Okay. So let's not. Yeah, I don't want to bog down this live stream in specifics.
Okay, so just keep it real vague, everything, all the stuff.
Do you think we've been doing a good job of that so far?
No, man, we were talking about specific people earlier. We were talking about the company that we worked for and specific products we worked for.
That's true. What's your favorite product?
Man, it's got to be food.
Food's a good. Yeah, I'm glad that there's food production happening in this country, this world.
Not enough.
That's
Could be
sadly
more.
true.
Could
Yeah.
be more food.
Talk about bogging down the live stream. I am very thankful for the food that we have.
Same.
Yeah.
Do we have food?
We.
I did have a
My
banana right before I
producers
came out.
don't exist.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
You had a
The green room was sparse.
Yeah. It's just normal colored. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think the general thing's gonna work out too well because there's only so vague you can get with things before the last person tunes out.
Yes, yeah. It's funny to know or to think about who's watching these. It is an advertising project, and
Again, happy to support you with your advertising endeavor.
Thanks. Is that weird for me to say on an entertainment, like to a guest, like your free labor is helping me?
It's when you said
market.
the point of this podcast is to advertise my business. I felt just the slightest bit unwelcome, or not unwelcome, but just unappreciated, perhaps.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But I quickly said they're not
The second most important thing.
No, they're not in order of priority.
Oh, so you didn't say that though. You should say that.
They are not
Verbatim.
in order of priority. Yeah,
So I'm
I
the
should
most
list it. You're the most important. Connecting with old friends and new acquaintances.
Yeah.
And new members of the Asheville music community that are old friends, and old members of the Asheville music community that are new acquaintances. I
What
guess
about-
scratch that. There are no new acquaintances on the show that aren't members of the Asheville musical community, or at least not yet. Everybody's been a musical guest.
Yeah.
I have a
What-
different musical guest on every week.
which direction are you gonna go if you decide to branch out into other realms of? Would it be entertainment, or are you just gonna go full left field and do like museum docents or oil rig workers?
Okay, these are good, very specific suggestions.
Gotta get into the specifics in this show, man. We can't stay so general and vague.
I appreciate that that opinion, and I'm here to sort of prop up my guest. Is like, we're advertising you too.
Oh,
We're
dope.
putting you out
Okay,
there.
cool.
Yeah,
Well, awesome.
Zacky D.
Zack D. Esquire.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good. I like the confident posture. I think I would try to stick music adjacent as I became, as I invited on guests that weren't quite musicians.
Okay.
The jam part
So
would be
people who make
difficult.
other sounds, like people who break up concrete.
That came to mind. Yeah, dog walkers.
Do they make sounds?
Well,
I
the
guess
dogs
whistle.
do. Whistle,
You use the
sure.
dog
Might have a dog on as a guest. I don't know
Make
how I could
lots of noise.
talk. Yeah. A baby?
Yeah.
Would you allow your baby to be a live stream guest?
Sure. Although she's not doing social media, so no.
Okay, that's a quick turnaround. That was sort of like the right into the pitcher's mitt.
That's exactly what that was. It was a hit, but then a terrible idea.
Right, yeah, got it. So you don't have a baby.
No, I have a
Yes.
baby. She's just
Okay.
secret. It's a secret baby.
Secret baby.
Yeah.
That's a great song title or
band
album
name.
title. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Secret baby.
All right, now you made it weird.
What were we talking about? Oh, I was thinking more not somebody who makes noises necessarily, although we have to be able to come up with one more example of a job that somebody makes noises at.
Yeah, rule of threes. How about
Like a hunter who's
they're
making
trying
a
to
duck
not
call.
make very specific noises. Good.
Mhm.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, or
They want to make not a whole lot of other noise, but one very specific noise being the mating call of their prey.
right. Is it the mating call?
Or
That's so disturbing.
maybe it's not the mating call. Maybe it is, because that's like catfishing
For the animal?
for the animal.
Yeah, and then with the worst sort of surprise there at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, no, I think it's just a general, oh, hey, I'm over here, come go, check it out, check out what's over here. I
Yeah.
found some worms.
Right, because worms don't have calls, so you sort of have to point.
No, I'm just saying, like, the animal, the duck or the whatever, would be like, hey, come check out these worms that I found. Other species that's similar to me.
Like duck.
Yeah, and then
And
then
goose.
the real duck would come over and be like, I love worms. What's up with them worms? And then he would be like, oh, you're not a duck.
Wait, the duck. Let's not go too far down this rabbit.
They
hole,
followed me,
This
I'm
duck
sure
hole.
they did.
I'm sure it makes sense because the thing that you blow on is communicating to the second duck
That there are worms.
that there are worms.
Yeah.
But there is no first duck.
No.
It's
Sadly.
a deceit.
A ruse.
Yes, indeed. So those are other jobs that people make noises. I was thinking about a clown, like a honk.
No.
But I think I might have like a guest who helps out in the musical field but isn't quite playing music. You know,
Okay.
maybe like a light guy. If I ever do get a producer, I might have them on
Yeah,
the
sure.
show. Or my tax consultant, you know?
They help out with music in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like my masseuse,
Sure.
because like these music makers get tired.
Do you
know?
have a specific masseuse that you go to?
I do. She's amazing. Jamie Carlson.
I guess you wouldn't keep
Check
going
it
to her
out.
if she wasn't amazing.
That's true. Yeah.
Jamie Carlson,
Plugged.
plugged.
Yeah. It's really good. I try to get a monthly one in. You know, body work's really important. I did acupuncture for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if I became a believer.
I think that's it. It only works if you believe it works.
I think that it's probably good to like pay close attention to part of your body for a long period of time.
Mm.
That's probably good mental health.
Yeah.
To just like chill
Knowing
out.
so very little about it, and I've gotten acupuncture a few times too, for like tension headaches. I know that there's a part of it is, you know, going to a specific part, like if it is for a muscle ache or tension or something like that, to activate that area or get it to respond in some way that it wasn't before, and so that physical, you know, action of the needle going into that area itself is part of the treatment, not just that it's like psychological for you.
Right. Yeah. Supposedly.
Supposedly. People go to school for a very long time to do acupuncture. I've got several friends who are acupuncturists.
Are they actually acupuncturists?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like
That's
the
good.
whole Chinese medicine thing. And it's they put a lot of time and effort into it, and I think they help a lot of people to find solutions to a whole host of issues that they may be coming in with, symptoms that they're dealing with.
Yeah, that's good. I'm thankful for their contribution to society.
Yeah. Thankful for anybody who contributes to society. Not thankful for people who don't contribute to society.
Yeah, dead weight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless they're like disabled, in which case it's like that sucks.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm not thankful for maladies.
There you go.
Yes. Am thankful for mallards.
Yeah, me too. And our ability to call them to just look at worms.
Yes. I've never used a duck call successfully or unsuccessfully. Have you ever played that instrument?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not for the purpose of calling a duck, and not with the intention of calling a duck. I don't think I was in an environment where there were ducks. It was just hey, check out this duck call. Okay. Wow, yeah, that kind of sounds like a duck, I guess.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I've been there, I think. Yeah.
Train whistle.
Yeah, I love train whistle.
Yeah.
That's fun.
It's
An
a good one.
engineer.
Yeah,
Yeah, another job where somebody makes noise.
sure. Do they make the noise though themselves, or
Yeah, they're playing the instrument of the
I guess
train.
they gotta go toot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sort of musicality of a train. Yeah.
I suppose, yeah. Toot toot.
Did you ever watch that old movie Crossroads about the old blues man teaching young who's the Karate Kid?
Ralph Macchio.
Ralph Macchio, I think, learns how to play blues guitar.
Yeah, no, I don't think I did see that.
It's great. And he one of the instructions is you got to be able to play like a train.
Huh.
Then at the end he defeats I think it's Eddie Van Halen in a guitar battle.
Oh, yeah,
Who
yeah,
is
yeah.
Satan,
That's right.
literally Satan.
Mhm.
And he does it by not all of the blues that he's learned throughout the movie, but by going back to his roots in like classical music. He plays Mozart.
Oh, I bet you love that movie.
It's so near and dear to my heart that I've watched it once. A long
That's
time
all you
ago.
needed.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think about it a lot. My guitar teacher was a little enigmatic and like sort of, sharing off-kilter wisdoms like that. You gotta swing like a brick on a rope, he would say.
Cool.
Yeah. Are you gonna are you gonna swing like not okay? Well, I thought it was profound enough.
Yeah.
Is your profound?
Well, here's where my brain went. I was like,
Okay,
all right.
sure.
There's so many ways that people use the term swing in music, right? First thought goes to, all right, big band, swing, jazz.
Yeah, it's eighth note triplets, but the middle one is left out.
Yep.
Instead of
So is that what he
eighth
was
notes.
referring to? Like timing, specifically like timing of a swing count? Or was he talking about like you gotta swing and be loose, like a brick, just sort of going with the forces of nature?
Yeah, I think that's interesting. Maybe he did have a deeper point about fate and how we're all sort of destined to play whatever sum total of notes that we play.
Mm-hmm. Could have been a polygamist too.
It could, by swinging, yes, I see. Yeah, I had imagined at the time that he was talking about swinging, like the we've got some more filtered water if you would like a refill. Yeah, sure. Let's take a brief moment here. Yeah, this is good. This might be my most successful interview yet. I'm gonna whip out my finale question a little earlier. So what's a problem in playing music that you've encountered and a corresponding solution that might serve as a tip to anybody who's watching this?
Problem in playing music.
Or if you just never encountered
No,
an
it's all been
obstacle.
pretty smooth
Pretty
for me,
smooth
man.
sail.
Yeah.
Destined to hit
20
each of those notes.
28 years of playing the drums now. No, yeah. I mean, there's always issues that come up in performance that are unforeseen, like you knock over somebody's synthesizer
That's
with
unfortunate.
with your hi-hat stand as you're moving things around. No, I think
What was the solution to that
the
problem?
solution to that was to apologize profusely, check the synthesizer, make sure it was okay, look your friend in the eyes, make sure they weren't like simmering with rage underneath their polite veneer. And I think we got through that okay. I think
Yeah, we
got
did.
through that.
I
Okay,
forgive
alright,
you.
cool. Yeah,
You're
thank you.
forgiven. No, it's fine. Everything was fine over there. Everything's very crunched in.
But no, yeah, I think there's always going to be opportunities for things to go not the way that you planned or the way you pictured in an event, particularly when doing a live performance. And
Awry.
yeah, or awry. When things go awry, you just need to swing like a brick. Go with
That's
the
the
flow.
solution. Don't try to fix it.
Yeah.
Just give up.
No, you should have a sense of humor about the situation. Have a sense of try to have a sense of perspective, because it's really easy, especially when you're planning for a long time. You're rehearsing really hard, playing with a group. Maybe there's a part that you worked really hard on yourself that you were really nervous about, and so you get this fisheye lens about this is my idea of the performance. This is how it has to go, or else like something's gonna happen. Like people are gonna hate you, or like you're not gonna be as successful as you want to be. And those things may or may not be the case, but you have no control over what somebody else thinks about you, except in how you respond to a situation, especially something unexpected.
Like a blunder.
Yeah, or like something simple, like you break a string on a guitar, or you drop your stick. If something breaks, something doesn't sound right, and so if you can find a way to keep a measure of perspective about what is the audience really seeing of this, and is me worrying and frantically trying to fix something, or like get a string and retune it, like how is that going to affect the audience experience? Or would they be more entertained if you just kind of rolled with it, played without that string? Would they even notice? Would they care? You might care, but in the grand scheme of things, no blunder is going to follow you your whole life. If you, I don't know, maybe there are some situations where that has happened.
I can't think of one. I don't know anybody that I've seen mess up. There was one student, I know some of my students watch this, and it's fine if you do, but there was one student at a recital who dropped his guitar real bad in front of everybody. And I do still remember that, but it's like a fond memory,
Yeah.
Like,
it's
oh, that poor
isn't
guy.
that funny?
Yeah.
How's he doing? How do you think he recovered from that experience?
I think so. Yeah, I think he's doing fine. He's I should say a comeback story. He's one of the best students that I've got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Third act pulled it together.
He did. Yeah. The
Good.
blunder didn't take him under. That's what I thought you were gonna say earlier.
No blunder down under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really good advice, definitely, because it is easy to get too preoccupied with music, and it's interesting about like what I think music is multifaceted and is a lot of things to a lot of people. Sometimes I just find myself coming around to just thinking that music is mankind's ultimate hobby.
Well, you can do music anywhere, in any language, at any time. So yeah, you don't need an instrument to
You can
do
ham bone,
music. Yeah, you can
whistle.
slap, whistle, sing, whatever. Some of
Yeah,
those.
so musical.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, or do you think music? Do you think hobby is an all right word to use when it comes to music? I think music is some people's hobby,
Sure.
but I think maybe it holds a higher place in human esteem.
Music can mean
too.
so many different things to people. Like music can be, it can be background for a commercial about a pharmaceutical. It can be
To hide like the fine print talking under.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
some way for a large conglomerate, multinational pill pusher to sell you on something that's gonna give you worse side effects than the original malady.
Which we are not
We're
thankful for.
thankful for maladies. So music can do that. Music can be something that brings you together through 41 episodes of a live stream podcast thing. I don't know why I keep saying podcast. It seems
people keep doing that. I could publish it as a podcast, which I should probably do. Get people to chop it down. I feel like I need an assistant or something to pay to just chop these into like little like little
episodes. Yeah.
that chop out stuff exactly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That are edited down. Final drafts. No, it's not a draft. It's not a podcast either right now, though.
No,
It's a live stream. It is a broadcast.
You are broadcasting. It's broadly cast at the moment.
Yes, live from Irvin Music Studio in Asheville, North Carolina.
8-note.
8 p.m. note. Still no sign. I really meant to do a hand turkey drawing and write 8-note on it.
Jeremy Eubanks did that on his whiteboard.
Oh yeah, how's he doing?
Great.
What a nice guy.
Good dude. We built mini Fogers with him too.
We sure did. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I should reach out to him. How's everybody else at Moog doing? Can
They're
we
all
go
great.
through? Oh, dang it.
They're all doing great.
Good.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna make any assumptions about anybody's state of being.
Oh, I was just hoping that we could go person by person and name that they're great.
Sure.
No, let's not though.
Yeah.
You already let it slip that everybody's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna forget somebody too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be fair to everybody.
I do. I don't want to prioritize one or another, or insinuate a priority by naming them in a certain order.
That's right. That's
and
a
then
huge
forgetting
blunder.
to say that it's not prioritized by in no particular order.
That is a huge, yeah.
It's a massive blunder down under.
It'd be
that you-
embarrassing. Well, not unless you embraced, like the low stakes of a sort of What was your solution to not sweating the small stuff?
Just don't sweat the small stuff.
Okay.
Or I don't know. I guess I didn't really have a good piece of advice. It was just more like, hey,
This is the thing that you do.
don't get all in your head about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like the situation where you drop a drumstick, right? You could do one of two things. You could, well, number one, you could be the smart person and plan for that to happen, because it does happen.
Preparedness.
I haven't dropped a stick in a very long time, but I do still keep a drumstick on my floor, on my kick drum, and I keep a drumstick sometimes sticking out on one of the legs on my hi-hat. They make these little accessory quivers, I guess.
Yes.
You call them. You can stick on any piece of hardware that's got a drumstick in it, or set of drumsticks. So you can prepare for the worst, and I think that's probably the best thing you can do is prepare as best you can for the eventualities of a live situation.
Mm-hmm.
But you can only prepare so much, and sometimes the more preparation you do, the less, natural it seems when you actually get out there.
This drummer is
Play.
just surrounded by 100 drumsticks.
Yeah, right. That could certainly.
They keep slapping it because some of them are hanging from the ceiling and they're like slapping them in the head.
Yeah, that's
He's trying to
poor.
play.
That's poor preparation for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely over preparation. But you drop a drumstick and say you don't have a stick there. You can try and finish the song and like communicate with your musicians. Be like, well, I dropped a stick. This is the situation we're in, and I'm just gonna roll with it. Or you could like frantically stop. You could stop playing. Suddenly everybody's looking at you because you're like squirming around looking for that stick. Is it back here? Oh no, I kicked the snare drum over, and get super embarrassed. And then in your head about what just happened, and now the rest of the set is ruined because all you're doing is thinking about everybody's impression of you as this
Yeah.
horribly blunderous person who can't, do what they said they were going to do and perform a fun show for you. Yeah, so just
Don't be that guy.
don't be that guy.
Yeah. Success is when preparedness meets opportunity. Isn't that right?
I've heard that quote.
Yeah, I'm not
John
sure.
Legend said that recently in a podcast.
Oh yeah. Okay, solid.
And he said, I always say, and then he said that as if he was the one who said it.
Yeah,
I've definitely
no way.
heard other people say that before John Legend said it.
Yes, I'm not sure who to attribute it to though.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. I'm not going to attribute it to John Legend, but he's the only one who I can remember actually saying it.
I remember when he said, "All of me."
And then he said it
A few,
again,
a few more times. Yeah. Like how many? How much of him can he really give? He already gave all of him.
Yeah, but then he wants all of you, I think was the next thing that he said.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. A bit presumptuous. Yeah.
Yep.
Does somebody owe you anything if you
All of
give?
them?
Yeah, especially all of them.
No, that's way too much.
Yeah. Like 49%.
Yeah, I was going to say like 5/8 max.
Okay, more than half.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess that crosses the commitment threshold.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I think that's where you go. You're more important to me,
Then
and I'm
me.
more important to you than anyone else. But I don't deign to, have all of all 100%.
Yeah, it's a really problematic song.
Yeah,
I think
I think that's what one thing we can take away from this podcast. John Legend,
it's a live stream.
problematic.
Yeah.
It's a live stream,
It's
thank
a
you.
live stream. John Legend is problematic, right?
No,
I think he's a great
he's
guy,
flawless.
actually. Yeah.
he's flawless.
He's a beautiful player.
Great musician, charitable,
Mhm.
just
That
super
smile.
business savvy. You know, he went to UPenn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he was a business consultant for business management consultant for 3 years while he was putting his debut record together.
Wow. Good for him, I guess. He's doing the business
He's doing
right.
really good. It's
Yeah.
good. It is good. It's been good for him.
Successful. He prepared.
Yep.
And then he found opportunity. Hmm. Yeah, so I'm checking the time here. All right, we got a few more minutes. Are there any dangling threads that we should address? Like, which one of the McCartneys won the duel? Like, or which one's ahead?
Which one of the McCartneys?
Yeah, which one of the fast food restaurants that are
Oh,
competing so
McCartney
hard?
is the restaurant. I'm sorry. I was like, I don't think that Paul or Linda or their offspring
Not
ever compete
competing.
about anything.
No, they seem pretty nice. Does he still do autographs?
Does he do autographs? Sign-
Ringo does not do autographs anymore.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he put out that video. Do you know what I'm talking
No,
about?
I don't.
He's like, I will not sign anything else ever.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
doesn't need to.
right. He doesn't owe all of his signatures.
Boundaries.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Hmm.
Yeah.
There was something else I was going to ask you about musical. Do you have musical goals? Is there anything you want to accomplish in 2023? We're coming up on the new year.
Gosh, 2023. You mentioned earlier that I have a secret baby. I think my goal in music going forward, I would love to play I love playing music. I'd love to play rock music again more. Oh, I just recognized this carpet.
Where's this carpet
It
from?
used to be mine. I think I gave it to you.
What, for real?
It's like, you need a drum rug in here.
Oh, that's true. You did give me this drum rug.
Yeah. It's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
It is.
Um,
I don't think it's showing up on camera.
no, we can.
But you're
we can
missing
tilt
out.
the camera down later.
Yeah.
Or you could use this as a background instead of the curtains, and then your hair would show up.
Ooh, maybe I could, but it's sort of a grimy carpet.
This is grimy.
I mean, no offense. It's
You could shampoo
it's
it if you
faded.
want.
We could shampoo it. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
You can do color correction.
That's
Make it pop.
that's true. Actually, this actually would be a better background.
Thank you for.
You don't think the curtains do anything though? Like sort of a performance?
They hang there.
I initially set up this little area so I could not have to set up a little area every time I wanted to take videos of my classical guitar samples, like performance samples, you know.
If
That's
you
how I
were-
release a lot of music.
So the primary issue with the black is that your hair is washed out amidst it, and nobody can tell where your head stops and the curtain begins.
Right, it's just sort of a forehead shape.
Yeah.
It brings my face out,
Mhm.
It's not in a good
really
way.
what we want.
That's not what I was getting at. But
But
sure.
so if that's the issue, maybe additional lighting, right? You still have some shadows in here. You could get some lights up
well, I could get
above.
red curtains.
Yeah, you could get red curtains. Shadows would probably show up more on red curtains, so I think you would still want to do additional lighting. At the moment, we've got that ring light, you got the diffuser thing, and then you have your
I have my little tiny rim light.
tiny little room.
What other lighting do you think is
I would say, yeah, some backlight,
helpful?
some backlight,
Some backlight to like silhouette?
like up here. Not to silhouette you. No, like something to wash out shadows.
I'm not sure if I catch your meaning.
So you get shadows because all of your light is coming from this direction.
Yeah, but you don't want shadows
You don't want
behind us?
shadows.
Why not?
It's not professional.
Is it? Because I was like listening to some therapeutic. Did you watch the Jonah Hill thing on Netflix where he makes a documentary with his therapist and they just have like extended therapy sessions
No.
with Phil Stutz?
Sounds boring.
It was pretty boring, but he does talk about, giving attention to your shadow and accepting your shadow
Mm-hmm.
being an important thing.
Like your physical shadow?
No, I think it was like a metaphor.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm talking about real actual shadows. Do whatever
Oh.
you want with your metaphorical shadow. Like, that's great. I think you should recognize your past and the
Integrate,
things that follow you
sublimate.
through your life. Do all of those things.
Hmm.
But no, yeah, I think in a just a purely visual medium, yeah, lighting is important.
I think that's a good
there's
idea.
like
I could get clip lights to clip on this, and maybe with like a film, like a color.
Yeah.
Film.
Yeah, what do they call those? They call those
A shade.
I went to school for this stuff. I should
Did you?
know this. Yeah, sort of.
Music tech?
No.
What did you go to school for?
Well, I went to school for television radio production.
You should be here every week.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
Okay.
That was half of my life ago.
Yeah.
A lot I've forgotten since then. But I think I did remember that shadows, especially in like talk show format, are
Oh, they're sort of
not great.
creepy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And you don't want to wash everything out. You want to kind of balance light. There's a whole lot of stuff you can do. But you go into a TV studio where, maybe a talk show is happening and they'll have 80, 90 different lights up there.
It is crazy. I could get like one of
colors.
those, racks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. If I wanted to keep this area, Sally Sparks said I should move it to in front of all of that cool gear.
Sure. It's a neat backdrop.
So what are your musical goals for 2023?
Oh, sure. Have my baby start to appreciate making sound
Yeah.
with instruments.
Are you playing music for
Yeah.
your baby?
Yeah.
And
Her name's Maggie, by the way. We can say her name.
we
But
can?
everything else about her is
Okay.
secret.
Nice. Maggie.
Yeah. But she's
a cutie.
when I sit her down at the piano in my lap, she'll bang away on it, and then she'll try and climb up, grab the music stand, and then pull it back and like lose her balance. It's really funny.
Very musical.
Kurt Potter at
Yeah.
Moog, he somebody gifted him this little powered organ thing. It's like this big. It's 2 octaves, keyboard, and then 12 chord button options. 6 major and 6 minor. And it doesn't have volume controls. It's just like a motor running bellows. So it's loud, and it's super annoying when a baby is playing it, but it's like the perfect size for her to sit at and just like bash away on and like be so happy. And then she tries to climb up on that and then pull her off of it. But yeah, no, she's playing that stuff, and we got her those little earmuff ear protector things that you sometimes see little kids wearing at concerts and stuff. So
Yeah, have you taken her to any concerts?
have we taken her? I feel like we've probably taken her to like Highland on a Thursday night when there's live music playing, but not like specifically to go see a show.
Yeah. Do you show her music that you like, or any like kiddie versions of music that you like? Because isn't there like rockabye?
There is that stuff.
Something.
We're trying not to do that stuff. It may become an eventuality. But yeah, I would love to avoid the wheels on the bus and all
Yeah.
that, like created in a lab specifically to satiate and sedate children.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that aspect of it.
That's another thing that music can be used for.
Yeah. Mind control.
Mind control, torture.
Yeah. Which is what we're about to do with our right?
That's the idea.
Yeah, we're gonna mind control our audience into be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
They did that. They clicked there for a minute.
It's not for me, but
But
glad they're
I'll
doing
keep
it. They seem
watching
to
it.
enjoy it.
I'll subscribe.
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 Not so interested in the comments. He just wants
Comments
subscribe.
are okay. I'm actually not sure
He's
if
like
I would
pure
see the
algorithm, right?
comments over here.
You're just like all about the algorithm. Do comments not feed into the algorithm as much as a subscribe?
Comments would be helpful, and they really make me very happy to see. You've left a few comments.
I have. I'm usually like, can't hear out of left side.
I think last time you were like, are you going to talk about me more?
So self-centered. Yeah, that's true.
What am I, chopped liver? That was good. I'm very happy to see comments. I'm happy for your budding baby's musical, your baby's budding musical career.
She's budding too, which is kind of strange. I don't think they're supposed to do that, but
Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. She should wear, if she's climbing stuff, she should get a helmet. I heard about this on the latest It's Always Sunny podcast. Now, that is a podcast, but it's a video podcast as well.
do they live stream it?
They do not live stream it.
Okay, so that's recorded.
Yeah. Pre-recorded.
Can you get it?
The
on
live
an
stream is a lot of
iPod?
pressure, I'm
Oh,
doing
yeah.
something very real in
Anything
the moment.
could go wrong at any point.
Yes,
And you should not stress about it, though.
that's right. Take a deep breath. I will.
Roll with it.
Yeah.
Perspective.
hmm
Swing like a brick.
Swing like a brick. Well, let's go swing like a brick. You are Zack Downs,
I am Zack Downs.
and I am Sam Irvin. And I don't think you're a robot still.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
It's working.
And I am not either. And we're gonna take a short break and come right back with some jams. You're gonna start on the Model D. We didn't talk about how
yeah.
you're working on the reissue of the Model D.
Oh, yeah.
That's the hot trending topic right now.
Sure is in the Moog world for sure.
Yeah, synthesizer people are loving the new Moog reissue of the classic vintage. Is that redundant?
Classic and vintage?
Yeah.
No, I mean, there are things that are vintage that are not classic for sure.
Okay, yeah, this is like the classic Coke of synthesizers,
Basically.
but it's also vintage like a record player.
Yeah, but I think vintage is more like referring to a specific thing. Like a vintage
Of wine.
synthesizer is one that was made in 1970.
Oh, so these are not vintage.
No, but they're classic.
They are classic. Okay, good.
It's a classic remanufacturing of a vintage of the classic vintage.
If we both have Model Ds that we bought around the same time, our serial numbers are very close.
Yeah.
Would you? Are you gonna try to get that spring-loaded left-hand controller?
Maybe.
All right, you don't have
Maybe.
to say, but that's what I.
No, I think
that's
so.
what I'm missing
I
out
don't
on.
know. It's nice to play that. Some people prefer to not have the power steering, as I heard somebody at work say about the spring-loaded pitch wheel.
But it notches, and you can't do like a. It's a whole fifth, so you can't just get the like a
Right.
nice short little like whole step.
Yeah, and that was something that was talked about as a selectable, like a global setting that you could choose with this
Ah.
one. I don't think we put that in this time around.
Mm-hmm.
At least not with the current
You can feel it out,
firmware version. You can
unless
feel it out.
unless it clicks into place in the middle like ours.
Yeah,
do.
it doesn't click. It snaps. It's similar construction as the grandmother matriarch
Yeah,
wheel.
yeah, I like those wheels.
Nice deadband right in the center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's dope. I like working on it.
Cool. All right, I think we've done this part.
We did. We talked enough.
We
Oh
did.
My God.
We have chatted.
I'm bored.
We did an hour of chat, and now here comes the hour of jam, which is the fun part. And we're gonna take a brief. What's up?
My boss at Moog was wondering if I have time for a quick call.
Uh-oh. He said too much about the.
I guess
The Model
no,
D.
That was a half hour ago. That's what all of the vibrating in my pocket was.
Interesting. Well, do you want to take it on camera?
No, let's not do that.
I don't know why that tickles me so much, but this jam will also tickle me. It will take a few minutes, so you can address that if you need to, and we'll try to get that guest intro music going.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Let's try to get that happening right now, and we'll be right back. Thank you. Oh, and if you're watching on Instagram, we're all done with you. Bye. You can catch the rest on our YouTube channel, Irvin Music Studio on YouTube. Thanks. Bye. Zach doesn't know how to hit buttons. That's what we've learned. Fun stuff. I'm having these intrusive thoughts of like, oh man, Zach's listening to me play drums.
Better drummer than you give yourself credit for.
Ah, thanks. You're sounding great on that thing, man. We're getting some epic moments.
clicking and some clacking. Ain't no click tracking up in this clickety click clacking. Boom backing. Try to get the right cowbell wood block arrangement over here.
The horse fighter guy on how many bangers? Those click clack hick backists.
I do not. I've watched so many, listened to so many of their 700 plus episodes. I don't think the horse fighter. It's really good stuff. way, folks, yeah, no click tracks allowed in dinoBirds. Just gotta try and hear what you hear. No, it's fine. It's a really good challenge. Hey, that's the number one thing in music. Listen, listen, listen.
That's true. If you're listening hard enough,
Nope, definitely not. You think you are, you're not.
is that it? We are over time.
We're over time, I don't think anybody minds.
You want to do one more? My drive pedals is weird.
This thing dangles over here.
like a successful chat and jam.
Certainly, dude. Anytime you need me to come advertise your business,
Okay.
it's, again, 100% my pleasure. 41st episode, 82nd,
Woo!
63rd, 42nd. That's.
You'll be back next week.
I'll be back next week and every subsequent week.
You'll be behind the camera though. People won't see you. You'll be producing.
We're gonna talk about all of this. Yeah,
Okay.
little details later.
Iron out a crayon.
Let's keep it super general for right now. Just super general, very vague. Details will work themselves out. All the specifics will
We're
come
like
together.
living life.
Yeah.
Yeah, left and right.
Just swaying like a break.
That's right, up and down. All right. Thank you for being on.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching. Don't know if you can hear me. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.